would be funny. We haven't had a death on the show yet. I'm impressed.
Oh, give us time, my friend. Give us time.
We're at, I believe this is 150, maybe 151 episodes, death-free. That's impressive. Considering you're literally in a cemetery, and I'm in a neighborhood where 95% of the people are on their way to you.
Yeah. See, that's just it. Mine are already dead.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Nobody dies in a cemetery. You're already dead when you get here.
That's a good advertising pitch.
That really is. Safest place to work. Everybody here is already dead.
Nobody dies in the cemetery.
Nobody dies in the cemetery.
Very few workplace accidents. Well, very few innocent people hurt.
Yeah. No, nobody dies in a cemetery. I can't think of a single
I want to see
incident where somebody has died in a cemetery.
I want to see a statistic. There's got to be. I want to know.
I'm about to find out because I am literally going home right now so I can be on the internet. So
my curiosity is piqued, my friend. I need to know how many people in a year die in a cemetery.
Oh, this is going to be a fascinating stat. I'm looking.
It's probably huge. It's look, vending machines kill a ridiculous amount of people every year.
Well, let's go and find out because this is going to be interesting. Because I've never in my whole life ever thought about that stat, but now I need to know. That
speaks more about you than it does about this show.
I've been getting, by the way, while I'm waiting to get in there, I've been getting a rash of Facebook requests over the last fucking week from a whole bunch of random fucking, like, women with those fucking...
Oh, the nude photos?
Well, just like the webcamming and shit.
Yeah, I've been getting a bunch too. Is it something we're doing? I wonder.
I don't know, but it's all of a sudden I've just been getting a fucking rash. I'm thinking, why are you hitting me up? You've got one post, which is your profile picture, and the profile picture is, hey, wanna fuck?
Oh, no. I'm not getting those ones.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm getting a bunch of those. They're like literally direct to say, hey, I want to fuck, let's fuck.
No, I don't get those anymore. I just get the ones that, like, you can see my nude pictures at www.didn'tfinishhighschool.com or whatever it is.
Didn'tfinishhighschool.com. Okay, how many people have died?
How many people do die?
Oh, yeah.
You do yours, I'll do mine.
How many people die
in cemeteries? Oh, one of my all-time favorite bands. No, all joking aside, Silverchair, I think, is one of the most fantastic bands ever in the history of time. But that Cemetery song bugged the shit out of me. Because he kept saying cemetery, and it just drive me nuts. He'd say, I live in a cemetery. It's a cemetery. God damn.
Well, I found it. Dying on a cemetery. How many people die while visiting a cemetery each year? In the U.S. Okay, are there statistics of this kind?
I'm seeing there's not readily...
Almost none, but you won't find any numbers.
We're reading the same article.
Yeah.
You're the, it's Ask Meta Filter?
No. Yes, got to know. Yes, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's funny. We both just... that's not in any way endorsing this website, which is clearly lying. My mom has died. I'll be okay. Is it okay?
Oh, here we go. Hang on. I found something. Hang on. On Listverse. Top 10 spine-chilling graveyard deaths.
I love it.
Let me see here. In July 2012, a 4-year-old Carson Dean Cheney was visiting Glenwood Cemetery in Park City, Utah, when the unthinkable happened. While the child's family casually strolled through the 19th century graveyard, taking photographs of historic tombs, the rambunctious youngster began playing on a headstone dating back to 1889.
Oh.
Without warning, the 2-meter, 6-foot, 13 kilogram, 215-pound stone detached from its foundation and fell on Carson, trapping in between it and the footstone to the ground. 3 men hastily struggled to pull the slab off the child, but their efforts to save him were useless.
That's very, actually, kind of sad.
Yes, that is.
Unless he was a shitty kid.
Deaths due to falling tombstones are far too common. Case in point, a girl who also happened to be 4 years old was crushed to death when a massive cross fell on her as she played that door. She was killed by a cross. In 2013, the groundskeeper in Edinburgh, Texas cemetery was killed instantly after he was crushed by a tombstone weighing 900 kilograms.
Why do you have a 900-kilogram tombstone? Why do you need that? You selfish bastards.
Because there's no reason.
It's a ridiculous waste of money. And it's land. The thing that people don't account for is how much land is wasted on these giant death fields. Like, it's absurd.
Dude, listen to this. Hang on just a second before I read this. This just sounds amazing.
As Gord's trying to find that out, if you want to hear more of Gord laughing at the tragic deaths of children, you should try listening in on radiopublic.com. Radio Public, it finds ways for you to find shows like ours. And when you do so, everybody benefits.
We need more shows where we laugh about 4-year-olds dying in cemeteries.
And if 4-year-olds dying in cemeteries isn't your thing, you can turn Radio Public onto radio mode and maybe find a show a little more life celebrating and less death laughing after you listen to ericandgord.com. Radio Public doesn't require any password, any sort of login. You just download the app from either the iTunes or the Google that's the only two. And you download the app, you're good to go right out of the gate. It works anywhere in the world, and they have a commitment to helping podcasters like us do a little better. So when you listen on radiopublic.com, everybody benefits. Head over to the App Store now, and when I say head over, I mean move your arm 4 inches and click the goddamn App Store button. Don't make me come there and do it for you, because I will. Download Radio Public today.
You know who it doesn't benefit? A 4-year-old who got crushed by a monument.
Well, in a way it does, because we're honoring their memory by talking about them.
That's right. All right, you ready for this? I got to read this. You're going to love this shit.
Yeah, okay. Now carry on with the hilarious accidental deaths.
At 3:30 p.m. on an August day in 2016, Batavia cemetery caretakers in Batavia, New York, stumbled upon 2 dead bodies lying in the midst of a graveyard headstone. Drug paraphernalia was strewn around their corpses. However, it was apparent by the physical state of the bodies that their demise was not related to drugs. About 12 hours earlier, a severe thunderstorm had blown through the region.
Oh, my God.
Working jointly with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, investigators were able to determine that a lightning strike occurred in the area where the pair were found. An autopsy revealed that the victims, 35-year-old Richard Garlock and 32-year-old Jenna McLeod, had sustained thermal injuries consistent with a lightning strike. Detective Sergeant Todd Cross had explained, it seems they had just gone to the back part of the cemetery and were just hanging out there.
They got... Now, if that doesn't make you just kind of question Christianity a little bit, when 2 drug users are struck by lightning in a cemetery, that's got God written all over it. That's like wow, that would almost make me slightly Christian. Because if you read about shit like that, you'd be a lot more convinced to listen to them more often.
Well, there is this one woman in the U.S. I love this fucking chick.
A bunch of them.
Well, yeah, but this one particular woman in the U.S. had the greatest fucking lightning fucking stories ever. And I say stories because, yes, she got hit more than once. The first thing happened when she lived down by the, what do they call it, Tornado Alley. And she was outside during a storm and got fucking struck by lightning. It wasn't a direct hit. It was off to the side, but it was enough that it hit her and fucked her up. I believe I've mentioned this once before, but let me just say very quickly, I have absolutely no sympathy for anyone who moves to Tornado Alley. It's called Tornado Alley, you fucking idiots. Why would you move there? I would never live on Ray Barrick Lane. It just wouldn't happen. I wouldn't move there. No.
Because I would
even
think
if you were to build your entire fucking house underground so you wouldn't get wiped out, you still have to worry about your house, your underground fucking door getting buried by debris.
Yeah, don't move to a place called Tornado Alley and then every year cry because you get hit by a tornado.
No. So this lady, so she got struck by lightning.
Struck by lightning.
So she learned her lesson, and she went inside. So she's inside. This is like I think it's like a year later, less than a year later. She's inside. A storm hit, so she goes inside, battens down the hatch, gets inside. She's watching TV. Lightning strikes the house, blows up the TV, and blows up the TV in front of her. Sends her back to the hospital. So then she learned her lesson for that, and she's like, okay, well, fuck this. So next time with a storm hit, she turned off she turned off the TV, and when she leaned over to turn one of the lights off, lightning hit again. She got electrocuted through the light.
Wow.
So then she's like, okay, fuck this. So she moves. I'm moving out of this fucking tornado. I'm going to go to she moves to a town that has the fewest lightning storms in the country. She's in this town, and a storm comes. So she's like, okay. So as soon as she heard that there's a storm, and the storm was like nowhere near her house, but as soon as she heard that there's a storm, it was something like 100 and something miles away. But she heard that there's a storm coming, and it might come to her house, so she immediately shut all the power off to her fucking house. And she stood there and she was washing dishes. A lightning bolt strung across the sky from 150 miles away, struck her fucking house, and she got electrocuted through the fucking running water.
That is unfortunate. That's better than the guy.
That is the craziest.
So how many in total? She's been struck by lightning 4 times.
It's like 4 or 5 times was the total thing.
Wow. I love the story. We wasted half an episode on it one time about the story. That guy that got hit twice in a row.
Yeah, that video is amazing.
You know, the first thing that crossed his mind was, "Oh, thank God, you never get hit twice. I'm okay." And then, bam! Instantly, just as he was saying that to himself.
No, they say he's never going to get struck twice in the same spot. He did manage like 2 steps before he got hit a second time, so technically they're right.
Now, could you imagine the swearing that comes out of this woman's mouth the 4th time she gets struck by lightning?
Oh,
when she's got all the power cut to her house, and she's done everything she can possibly do to avoid electricity, and goddamn, it skips 150 miles across the sky. You remember those Time Life things they used to advertise on TV? Oh, someone gets a pain in their wrist just as someone cuts their finger. Coincidence? And you'd be like, yeah, it fucking totally is.
Yeah. With the many people on the planet, yeah, it's called coincidence.
But come on, to get that 4th one's on purpose. Someone's doing that. That's not nature. That's intelligent design. It's got to be. There's no way. Lightning skips 150 miles or meters, whatever it was, just to land in her sink.
Yeah.
There's something. There's something behind that.
Amazing. Yeah, you're meant to die.
That's Final Destination stuff right there. Remember the Final Destination movies?
Yo, fucking right, man. I was a big fan of those.
Things that make you go,
Here we go. September 2nd, 2016 was the last day of Ray Del Hurt Jr.'s life. On that fateful afternoon, a 10-year-old from Davenport, Iowa, was riding his bicycle on a steep hill in Fairmont Cemetery when he crashed while making a sharp turn. His body was discovered later in the day by a man who had lost his own 11-year-old son to drowning.
Oh, my God.
Interestingly enough, this is where the beginning of eerie coincidences or perhaps angelic messages from beyond the grave.
Okay.
On the morning that Radel died, his mother, Stephanie Barker, had framed a painted self-portrait of Radel that had been hanging on the refrigerator for months. In a prophetic art, Radel depicted himself flying through the air between 2 trees after falling from his skateboard on a curved road.
Oh, Jesus.
Following the boy's funeral, loved ones began finding dimes on a constant basis. For those that don't know, finding a dime is supposed to be symbolic of a loved one basically sending you a message to say, hey, I'm here and I'm fine and you're cool.
And it's bad luck to pick them up.
No, it's not. It's actually good luck to pick them up. You're actually supposed to pick them up and collect them.
No. Leave them.